What's up, Facebook? I don't want to write to the music, but this is one of them off the dome cap chats. We call this the off the dome cap chat. And obviously, I wanted to do this at 333, right, man? Today is 333, and it is 333. What's everybody got going on? Man, there's some interesting things like when I got off that broadcast earlier today, and then my son came in here and told me about one of the rapper guys. So I wanted to kind of weigh in on it real quick, man, on the 333. What do you get when you mix Bacardi and Jose Cuervo together? You get taken off set. Man, everything was fine. Everything was fine with that group, man, until they mixed Bacardi with it. Once they mixed the Bacardi with the Jose Cuervo, everything got taken off set, man. So that it's 333 night down here, the night and the day and the evening. I thought it was real funny because the headline is Ye had to take off to offset Quavo. And it's like, well, people can't get the symbolism out of this. And we just talked about Kanye being able to, just the frequency, just the metaphor that we spoke on the other day about judging those tribes, sitting on their throne and judging. So when I found out that this morning, it's like, well, wow, isn't that something? I said, yeah, they were fine until they mixed with Bacardi. Once they mixed with that Bacardi, they turned all the way up. And so now they got to take off. They got to take off now. And that's a symbolism to Kanye. For all you people that jumped on the Kanye West, Ye, that's in the scripture. Kanye is in the scripture. So most of the Hebrew Israelite brothers that jumped on that bandwagon, take off and then die. Take them fringes off. That was your message in your corporeal world. Stuff on TV is symbolic to spiritual beings, so we can come out and tell you what this stuff is and show you what you've been following all your life. So you shouldn't be too upset about these things here when it starts to come out a little bit more. And it's funny how Quavo was in that little incident because he was offset. He was offset. He wasn't on set like he needed to be. And that also could be looked at as Hollywood. Take off, Offset. Have a glass of Quavo. Okay? Take off. You all set now. Have a glass of Quavo. That's it. You could look at it in that metaphor and say, oh, so is he dead? I don't think he is. I think this is something that they play to the TV for all you people that don't know anything. And you think that these people will have themselves in situations like that where they'll be taken out? Maybe somebody's doing that to get them out of and off the scene for the script. And if you look up the history of the Mingos, you can see that they were a corrupted culture. So then you go and you name your group after that, and people don't really go and look it up what Mingos is and what that is. They were a corrupted group, man. Just look at what they represent, and then everybody's saying rest in peace. He's not resting in peace. You see, it's like people, just a distraction. So now, first it was about Kanye on all his stuff he had going on, and just like that, they throw something up in there, and then boom, everybody jumped to that because what's one of their songs? Bad and Bougie. You bad and bougie. Me and my wife was just a couple of weeks. We went to go look at some houses, and they got one of the houses called Bad and Bougie. I looked on, I said, what? On the website. I looked on the website. She said, they got a house in there, Bad and Bougie. I said, what? We went down there, and we ain't even go in the Bad and Bougie house. We didn't even want to go in. They got it sitting right out there in the front so everybody can see it. I said, what? What's so bad and bougie about that? The bougie-ole? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the bougie-ole. Or some kind of like bougie-le. Sound like somebody trying to be French or something like that. That's what you want to be. You see what happened. Now you got to take all that off. Man, you got to take all that off. All that jewelry and walk around like you still Mr. T. Mr. T ain't even walking around with all that jewelry unless somebody pay him to put on all that stuff. Man, take all that stuff off, and you men take them fringes off. Take them fringes off. Because you represent that. You like to make rap videos and stuff, talk about the Most High and all that right there. So then now you can take it off too. Just like take off, you could take off or you're going to die. Offset. You're going to die offset now. You're supposed to have been playing your part. You ain't want to play your part, man, and stick to the script. So now you offset. You see? You've been taken off. It's nothing. It's like you can get a child can look at these things and say, oh, okay, well, that's what it is. Now he's not on the screen no more, something like that. He's not dead, but he just over there somewhere. He done his job. He to see whatever he needed to see with all the people and stuff, and how you gonna follow them and follow the Most High too? You can't be doing that, huh? You gotta pick a side, Hebrew Israelites with the fringes. I'm talking about the brothers with the fringes that want to do a rap video and rap about the Most High and stuff. You might as well go call up Kurt Franklin or one of them gospel singing people and stuff. And y'all all get together and stuff. At least y'all got that on common ground. Y'all like to sing and rap about the Most High and Jesus all the time, don't you? But you never seem to find any of the nothing. You don't find nothing. So it's good that these things have to happen for humanity, for them to see how political this really is. It's spiritual politics and corporeal politics. There's two different types of politics. That's why within the church, they don't even talk about politics and stuff like that, because they don't know this type of realm of information. Because they follow this kind of stuff. These people that talk to you about Jesus and God and the Bible, these people are still follow sports. These people don't know anything about that type of industry. I'm talking to all you men that try to put yourself in this position here. You still follow sports, yo, don't you? Don't you, men? You still follow sports, right? And if you don't follow sports, you follow something else, don't you? Just go ahead and admit it. You can't follow the sports and then follow the Most High. Somebody's supposed to follow you. You got to leave everything behind. Sports too. All that. You can't even be walking around front and none of that stuff, because we watching you. We're watching you, man. Isn't that nice to know that Jesus Christ in the flesh is here and he's watching you? And you don't have to believe in him. This ain't nothing about you believing in me at all. You don't believe in yourself. That's why you can't believe in me. That's already been, we measured that already. Okay. The reason why you don't believe in Jesus Christ is because you don't believe in yourself. So then now Jesus Christ can be lifted from that type of situation. It's not about that anymore. That time has come and gone now, man. So then now we have to figure out another way to get you saved today. And the way to get you saved is the only way to the Father is the Son. See? That's it. You need to repent, man. That's all you can do is repent. Or you're going to have some more of your rapping papers. Some more of your rapping papers that's so bad and bougie and all that. The fact that you want to label yourself bad and bougie. What? It's like, what? You bad and you bougie? How long are you going to be bad and bougie, though? You know, like that house that say bad, that house will outlast you being bad and bougie. You'll die and go into the ground. That house will still be bad and bougie. Man, you ain't bad and bougie. That house has got more flavor than you, man. But you get all the worship, though. It's the house, but you getting all the worship, man. You see? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Now you see why man don't worship the Father? Man think he the house. Man wants somebody to worship what he got going on, how he look. All set, you know, he want his jewels and all that like that, you know. That's what he want, you know. But in the inside, the Father's on the inside. He don't get no worship. He don't get no praise, nothing like that. Do you, man? Do it, man. Go ahead and tell the truth. Get you back on set since they took you off set. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And there's people just flow right along with those names like that. And it's like, yo, you don't see they're projecting something. The devil gonna always tell you what you're doing. The devil, will always tell you what he's doing, yo. The truth is hidden in plain sight. It's always been that way, man. You just fail to see what's in your face. That's how you've been your whole life. You want somebody to prove something to you, then somebody dies, and then, oh Lord, that ain't proof. That's not proof. You might want to be a little bit more serious about that now. When somebody dies, you need to be a little bit more serious, man, because that's you. That's a particle of you, so therefore there's emotions that attach to take off or shut off or whatever his name is going to be right now. There's all kinds of offness to this type of thing. You know, this thing right here, this thing here says on. This is on. And they off. They take off and offset. What does that really mean, man? You never really asked it. What does it mean? I mean, spiritually, not corporally. What does that mean spiritually? Take off, boy. Huh? Take off. That's what that means. Man, you have to see what's going on here, man, so we can go out and teach you from what them people be showing you on the television screen talking about somebody died. Okay, well, when you know what death is, you're like, okay, whatever. If you think that man did, oh, we saw the video. That's all those social media. They got the video. No, you don't. You got what somebody gave you. Were you there? I mean, anybody that can, I want you to prove this to yourself, that you know for 100% positively sure that man did. I mean, can you literally like prove that to yourself? No, you can't. And that's something Satan, you're going to have to accept. Satan, you can't prove it. You just saw it, didn't you? Now you're saying, oh yeah, he did. And everybody say, yeah, he did. I saw the video. But were you there? Were you there? I ain't had to be there in the video. Okay, so have you seen my videos? Jesus Christ. You see? You've taken them with your own phone and you still don't believe it. But yet somebody can die on TV for somebody shooting somebody and then you say, oh yeah, that's real. He did. I saw the video, but you wasn't there. The same people that wasn't there with Christ's crucifixion. You really didn't know what was going on because you were scared. Okay? You heard about it. You remember you heard about it. So you don't know anything about it. It's only a certain few of followers and things like that that knew who Jesus Christ really was. Everybody else are just followers, but now all them other people over there, like, yeah, they were all in the back. Yeah, we love you, Jesus. We love you, Jesus. We love you. You wasn't there at the crucifixion. You was hiding in the back. Now you got the Holy Spirit now. You was hiding last lifetime, you're hiding this lifetime, and now you feel the energy starting to reemerge itself. Now you want to try to find your way and sneak on up to the front. We see you. We see you, man. We see you. Everywhere you go, we see what you're doing. So we can come out and teach you and show you. You know, you need to listen to what we say. What is that? It's over, Mahone. It's over, Mahone. What you gonna do now? And it's over for anybody that calls himself Hover. Anybody that calls himself Hover, it's over. Okay? Because to be Hover, Jehovah, you saying you're the eliminated one. When you say you Hover, Jehovah. When you say that like that mean you saying you the insult, you the infinite one. There's nobody else. That's what you're saying, man. You got to be very mindful on that type of stuff when you talk about being the insult. And man, you better make sure you in the right beehive. You better make sure you in the right beehive. And bzzz, she's the queen bee, isn't she? Yeah. That's just too much for me, man. That's too much for me. Let me see what I can get on out of here with. But just pay attention, man. There's things going on in this world. That must happen. That must happen. It's like a pregnancy. Some things you wish you can skip over, but they must happen. When they start to happen, you know it's there. You know the end is near. You're looking for certain signs. And when you start to get them signs and symbols, you know the kingdom near. You know you got to get ready and get right. Get in the car. Get it together because something about to happen. There's about to be a flood going on. You've been getting the warnings. You've been feeling the pain. So now get on up and get some game. She gets some game. She get on up and get in the car. Listen here, man. Let me teach you something very simple. I can teach you something very simple now. Something very simple. You already gets the warnings all the time. God always warns. God always gives you all kinds of warnings and all kinds of things here. They're called I love yous. A warning is I love you. That's what a warning is, man. You didn't know that? I'm warning you because I love you. Imagine if I didn't love you, I wouldn't warn you, you would be my enemy. And I ain't ever going to tell my enemies, if I had one, what I had going on. They'll know how to defeat me. That's why I just feed them. They don't know no better. You see where we're going with this kind of stuff here, man? You see why some has to stay in the position that some ought to stay in? You know, I know it's hard to believe here on this planet right now that Jesus Christ the Lord, how could it be him? Go ask God. I'm just the son of God, man. Christ is my title, for the lower world. It's just a degree, a very high spiritual degree. Doctor, all these things fall up underneath Christ. There's nothing new under the sun. So when you look at, this particular energy, you got to know and respect it for what it really is. You have to. Or, life is a box of chocolates, man. It's all chocolate. You just don't know what you're going to get, right? A box of chocolate. It's all chocolate. White chocolate, caramel chocolate, black chocolate, brown chocolate. There's all kinds of chocolate inside the box, man. But it's all chocolate. It's just what's inside that makes it a little special. So certain people already know when they open the book up, there's certain pieces that just got that, it got something in it that you want to go keep getting. That's the Bible too. Look at the Bible that way. The Bible is just a box of chocolate, baby. It's all chocolate. It's what you want to get. You want to take a bite out of Revelation. You want to take a bite out of Genesis. Tastes real good, doesn't it, man? I know. Makes you feel good about being alive, right? I know. You got to play your character. Man, you got to play your character, baby. If you want to save some people, so the people will know that, wait a minute. He ain't even no man of God. You can't even say that. That's a man of God. The way this boy here carry on social media, I don't know what he is. He might be who he say he is. He just might be a little bit different from everybody else. He just managed to do his own thing every day. This guy is bald head. He's killing every day. He says now needs to Jesus Christ, and he's very consistent with it too. I might add. That'll be the original white people say, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna take a look at him and see." I make sure of it, man. I'll make sure of it. You'll get everything you're looking for. You get everything you're looking for. But the whole going back to the cross and all that stuff happened already, man. You just can't believe it. You can't believe it. And you think that you can get away. That's another one of your issues. See, you thought that you would be able to We all gonna die one day and go back into the ground. So then whatever I'm doing right now, I can just get away with it because see, we all gonna die now. There's a point in life where death won't find you, man. Death will leave you alone. And then you'll be wishing for it. And call death on the phone. Hey, death, what you want, Christ? That's what death say. Every time I call him, see, this is what he's saying right now. Christ, I wish you'd leave me alone. Please just leave me alone, Christ. Huh? So then you're going to be looking for something, And there ain't going to be nothing to get you right, man. And you're going to be calling on death to come. And death going to say, well, you better call Christ. Because I'm not allowed to come over there and mess with you. That's what death going to say. Man, I'm telling you already what the conversation is right now. He's allowing me to tell you. Man, he's allowing me to tell you right now about what's going to go down. You're going to look for death. You ain't going to be able to find it. And then when you find death, death going to say, well, man, you got to leave me alone and call Christ, man. I don't want to get in trouble with Jesus Christ anymore. That's what death going to say. Man, I don't even want to play Jesus Christ no more. That's what death going to say. Huh? If Christ tell me to come get you, then I'll come get you. And Christ about that love. Huh? Man, I got to tell you how to talk to these kind of things here you don't know about. I mean, you made up all this enemy and the devil and Satan, all that stuff, So then why can't I, talk to death like that? Like, yo, death, what up, man? What you doing today? Huh? He said, I'm trying to stay alive. Death spent all day trying to stay alive. Ain't that something, man? He ain't allowed to go get nobody until we tell him. And then when we tell him to go and get you, he's not going to touch your body. He's going to touch your mind. That's what death do. Death come through and kill your whole mind. That's what death will do. Leave you like that. You don't even have to play that Frozen video where you just pause and stuff like that. Like, wait a minute, no, you ain't got to do it. Death come out and you stupid like that. Somebody got to come and say, hey, man, you okay? See, when they touch you, that'd be the reset. God will send somebody out and just touch you. Reset you real quick. I'm like, what was that? Huh? I must have been. And you start doing something like that and say, God must have hit me. Man, that's how I go down, man. You get that feeling, man, God must have hit me. Oh, man, that feels good day. That's how God does it, man. God is like a Wu-Tang shot. Ooh, man. God like a Wu-Tang shot, baby. He a shadow box love to you now. What that boy didn't say that, boy, where you talking about? Where you get that talking from? Huh? Sound like a little baby when talk about some good old stuff. The big elder said, boy, you keep on talking, boy, that sound good now, huh? Man, I got to correct myself over God now. I got to give him a show. The Father likes a show, man. The Father don't like you sitting on here fronting and all that. He already know who you are. You ain't got to play all that stuff and do all that stuff. Like, you better get on in and do something to make me feel better. I'm about to have my breakfast, boy. Go on in and do something. Well, what do you want me to do? I don't care. Go on and do something. You already know what I told you to do. Go on and do it. I'm going to watch you this time. See, man? Now he's watching me. The Father watch me. That's my view. That's the only view I need, baby. You hear me? Okay. As long as you know. It takes a lot to look at yourself. And then you realize you ain't looking at nothing. Isn't that something, man? It's called self-reflection. You notice something too? It kind of looks like, and I want somebody to steal this. I want you to go ahead and steal this here. Because you already did it before. I want you to say it in your sermons when you say your sermons. But man, have you ever noticed when you watch my videos, what is the position of how I'm talking right now on your side? Does it look like I'm like on a podium or something like that and talking to a whole bunch of people? Like I'm talking to a whole bunch of people here? Because the camera's up here. You see? Oh, man, I gotta go. I'm past my allowed time that I'm supposed to have. Well, who told you live on time? I don't know, man. Just remember, don't mix Bacardi and Jose Cuervo. You will be taken offset. Okay, man? You'll be taken offset, and then you can sit down and have your glass of, Bacardi and Cuervo. But you mix them together, you get taken offset. Yeah, that's something, man. That's so beautiful. It's like, what? I never thought about that. That's what my son said. He said, I never thought about it like that. I said, yeah, usually we don't. They just say certain things to us and we just go right on, go on right into it. Just like, coming to a theater near you, the movie we all been looking for, Sally Pan. Sally Pan is from a little town down in Hartsville, South Carolina, Polytan. They'll do something like that, man. Or the news reporter name would be the Cupstall Brown, reporting the Cupstall Brown from Hartsville. Yeah, they'll have some crazy name like that. Say, man, the Cupstall, what is that? What kind of name is it? But people don't even look about it. They don't even look into it. Say, what? That's how they get away. What do you think? What's up, girl? What do you think about the whole Bacardi and Jose Cuervo? When you mix them together, baby, you get taken offset. So what do you think about the whole thing that's going on right now? Now that he's been taken offset. We're like, what? So yeah. Now what? Now nobody ain't talking about Kanye? No. They don't care about Kanye Kid. They don't care about what Kim Kardashian. They ain't worrying about her or nobody, man. Now they on that whole thing there about this, and it's a fluke, I think. I think it's a big fluke, man, just to make people pay a little bit more attention. In my opinion, if I had one to give, he's not dead. It's movies. It's the movies. Life is a movie. It's like, oh, we're going to take him out of the scene and we're going to bring someone else in. And we're going to do this here and we're going to do that there. So, yeah, pray. But I got to go, man. I wants to go in there and make some. Should I say it? Nah, I'm not going to say it, man. As you can see, I'm trying to get to 30 minutes, man. I was going to try to run it to 3. But I don't really got nothing else to talk about right now. Other than the fact that be very discerning on the things that are going to be coming up. I posted some things up there from a couple of people, especially Zach. I've been looking at him for a very, very long time, maybe back since 2014. The little white guy that talks about gematria all the time. You guys might want to pay attention to him and the things that has to help you detach away from the world and all the things that are actually going on within your world. Numbers mean things. I know they don't mean things to certain people only when somebody's cutting them a check, but it means something, and they use those frequencies in order to build certain things around you. So you just need to you can't judge it. You just need to be aware of what it is. So then now you're not sleeping with the enemy. People, you have to know these things. In order to live in the world that has come, you have to be spiritually educated on all these things that put everybody in fear. And it's like you have to process through these things in order to make it to that next round. You have to be able to break down and give people some type of comfort and some type of closure to what these things are and to help them to detach away from it. Because to detach away from something that you've been following for a long time, that's kind of hard to do. Okay, I'm back. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do, to detach away from things that that you've been following for a very, very long time, and then they just throw like symbolism and symbolism and symbolism after symbolism up there, and you just got to catch on to whatever you need to catch on at the time. No, I asked you, I was gonna send you a message actually, but what do you think about I already gave my opinion on it because I can link it back to the Bible, but it's like four people. When God is about to give you something good, the devil tries to add. Nah, it's nothing that God ain't got time for. Satan's always on the move trying to, confuse. He's on the move trying to confuse. But for real though, on that whole situation, that it's nothing really that we should get excited about, but the fact that it's symbolic, the fact that, the people were on this and then they get on that because exactly what the dude said, it's like, it's this media. And once they realize that they can't get nothing here, then they'll orchestrate something else. And then it's like, wow, it's like, wait a minute, you have to realize why that all of a sudden that just happened right there. There's something going on behind all that. And then when you're spiritually educated to know that these things are being orchestrated by these beings, I'll just call them beings. They're doing what they need to do until you realize what it is that they're actually doing. It's like, wait a minute, dude, you can't just you just can't just do that, man. There's a reason for why all this is doing. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, people that got money like that, they don't get shot. They're not in those businesses to get shot. They're just taking offset. That's it. They just get taken offset, man, and then now they get to go sit and drink a glass of Quavo. That's it. And Bacardi, if they want some Bacardi with it. But that's the symbolism, how they're showing you how that energy can come in. And if people really think about the two drinks, one is a hood drink and one is a little bit more upscale drink. You know what I'm saying? But then you mix the hood drink with this drink, and then now you got it offsets everything. It's just like that. It's all within inside of all their names and stuff like that. You can build a whole story out of it to show you how the devil actually works. And he used these beings to do all of these particular things. And it's actually hilarious to sit and watch. It's like, wow. It's like they're doing. That's why I said with the Kanye thing the other day. One is an upscale hood drink. Yeah, that's the Bacardi. And then, you got the Jose too. That's an upscale hood drink too, but not like that Bacardi rum and stuff like that. It's like looking at that perspective of it, and now it's going to build more. They're going to get more money because look at the situation that they're building for everybody to believe. He was in a dice game. We talked about that with Christ being crucified, and after he was crucified, the guys rolled dice on all his stuff. They had to take off his stuff, and they were rolling dice to see who was going to get what. That pretty much fell over into this guy's death yesterday. The same thing that happened to Christ is they just do it symbolically on the TV and make a whole play out of it. It's like the way that they do these things, man. You have to look at it. You have to know that there's a God. When you see stuff like that, you see there is a God, yo. And there's a reason for why these things happen, because according to the scriptures, his grace is sufficient. When you really start looking at it, it's like, wait a minute, his grace is sufficient. So what happened here? You need to have faith above your reason. You need to have faith above your reason of what you see this season. Don't try to dig into it. Just, you know. You don't know how you know, but you know. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. He's only dead in your mind because they told you that he's dead. That's it. But you weren't there. So why stress yourself out about something you can't even prove yourself? You know you can't prove it. That's where you let go. You let go because you can't fight that particular energy, because I'm not going to fight with myself about me knowing something that I know I don't know, especially even when I even watch the video. That's like me videotaping Trump. I got the video and videotaping Trump in Long Island, New York. And it's like still being able to look at what I looked at and say, that wasn't him. That just wasn't him. That's what they wanted me to see at the time along my journey. Oh, now you get to see Donald Trump for real? Yeah. Yeah. But was it really Donald Trump? No, it wasn't. It's for my mind to believe that or whatever I want to believe. And my ex-wife was there with me the whole time this was going. I still had the videos of this stuff. You know, it's like, yeah, you don't believe everything you see, even if you got a video of it. It's like that doesn't mean anything. It could be a lot deeper than people thinking. And now people resting in peace on a dude that's not even dead. That's life and death in the power of the tongue. Maybe if this man is not dead, by them projecting that he's possibly dead, the whole world is already going to put him in the ground. The whole world will put him in the ground based off of what the people are actually saying now. It's manipulation. This is like the things of this world. They use God's energy, which is word spells. It's like that's why Christ was talking about people casting stuff in his name, because who taught man how to spell? God put everybody in school and taught them how to spell. That's why we're in the gospel. Everything is a spell, but it's built through numbers. People have to go to school and learn. It's like certain people go to certain schools when they first come into the world because they don't want their kids to be dumbed down and learning stuff that ain't really gonna do anything for their generation. So they create all this other stuff, and then they send your kids there, and then their kids go and they find out all this stuff I'm talking about right now. So that's how they're able to get outside the house and be very successful, because they know all of this stuff. It's education. And when you're not being taught the right education, now we can see what's actually really going on here. And it's like people still can't get the message of the education that is needed. It's spiritual education, not corporeal education, because man already know everything about everything that's going on down here. In this earth, there's nothing that you can ask man that he don't know. Just ask Google. Google was created and inspired by man in the way he thinks. That's why man has to struggle to keep the power on, to keep everybody going. That's it. It's just ask Google. Google represents the sun's energy. If anybody want to say there's nothing new under the sun, yeah, go ask Google. The same thing it was to be with Yahoo. And that's right. His name is right there. Yahoo. That came out first. And then with the Netscape, it's like his name is right there. But Yahoo. Yahoo. Which one is Yah? That's all that was. Which one? So then now everybody gets into the net and the system builds itself. It builds itself. It learns itself. It gets everybody's consciousness back in it. And then now, they have something that they worship. Technology. It's profound the way that they did this stuff down here. But it's all about numbers, and people they didn't go to school to learn about any of these kind of things like this here. They haven't went to school to learn about any of these kind of things here. Even dealing with Christ, dealing with the zodiacs and specific things like that. The reason why Christ was able to get all this work done is because all the 12 disciples were within him. And every day they went out to do certain things. People can't really understand that particular concept. So they're running around the world looking for somebody to follow them or looking for some type of disciple. And they want to go out and make disciples of what? You have to be able to be that particular frequency so you could project life. This is about projecting life into the beings that are in this planet. That's it. That's all my job is, to project life. Project life. And you have to use the screen because it's all lights. You got a computer. Everything's all technology. So it connects. It can do a whole. And people wasn't taught about this kind of stuff, especially our own nation. Same thing. The zodiacs is like learning energy. What is so demonic about learning energy? It's nothing more. It's like people get paid plenty of money just knowing about science, which is just energy. You have all these people that are very high scholar people because they study energy and they look into this. And then when we get back into those forms that we came from, we know about energy and stuff like that. And then we start projecting what these people are researching. And that's why I always tell my kids, it's like you go to school for them to tell you about you. That's all you go to school for. Your child goes to school for them to tell them about themselves, but not tell them. Because it's hard to really comprehend that the space that you learning about, the planets that you learning about, they're all within inside of you, and you're projecting them out. It's kind of hard to eat that kind of truth, because it's like, well, wait a minute, I'm responsible for, yeah, you're responsible for everything that has ever happened in your life. And it's like people can't take that level of responsibility and blame for the things that they've done to their own. They want to blame it on somebody. And they cannot sit in a seat that has to do with humanity saving souls and doing all this stuff if they haven't balanced out the frequencies of this planet and what they actually live in and who they really are versus what somebody told them they are. Because even when you get to a point when you realize that you're not this being that your parents named you, you're something else, and then they're constantly trying to force you back in that suit. You know you're not this particular thing, but you stay within that suit because all of the people already identified you in that particular vessel. So you're not allowed to transform into any other light particles of yourself, is because eventually it's going to dissolve that one, and the people are not going to recognize it. So then when they see the new archetype, they'll just keep saying, oh, that's just, you'll get it. They'll be in a loop every time that you come across their screen or anything within their matrix. Their brain will go into an autopilot and will reflect, oh, that's just Jermaine. Oh, that's just this. Oh, that's just this. It'll keep doing that to that person forever. And it's like eventually you have to realize that that person is just a program. That human is just a program. They're going to keep on running that same program until you're like, wait a minute. Alternate control and delete. You can delete the program and then it doesn't run on your vessel anymore. Then therefore people, it's like people don't know Jesus Christ. That's it. That's how I like to say it, because in order for them to, and it's like people say they believe in God, but it's okay. To believe in God, you have to be above technology to believe in God, because technology is a God in this lower world. Technology is smarter than man, so that's a God. You can ask technology anything, and people take technology's information as facts, and then they fight other humans based off that information. Technology is that profound that it can change up man's brain. It's manipulation. The computer does that to man. People just don't, it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's all going to get taken care of. But it's manipulation. It's a lot of unseen things, and it shows that people have no faith. So that's why these things have to continue. That's why the Bible said all these things are going to keep on going until every bit of this Bible is done. So we take it for what it is. We teach how we can teach the people, try to help them as much as we can. He said, you on the right street right here. Yeah. It's just so, it's a lot, but, not a lot at the same time. You manage to balance it all out, because when these times come, you're going to have to be talking to people about it, because it's important stuff. This stuff is really important to me, people. Like life, this planet, what's going on in it, it's really, really important to me. Like seriously, seriously important. It's like an addiction. This earth is like an addiction, because there's so much stuff that you can do, to stop what that can happen. You can do it. Hey, darling. Well, there's a lot of stuff that you can do within this world. You can do it, and it just takes one person with the passion of the Christ to be able to do this here. It's not that's what they mix up about Jesus Christ, man. They confuse Jesus Christ with a whole bunch of different doctrines and all stuff like that, because they're just not, I don't know. See, the gatekeeper opens the door to two paths, on the right way and the wrong way to live in. Yeah, there is. And it's today is a profound day. It's 11/1, which is 333. 333 is a very symbolic number. It's funny how that boy was only 28 years old too. But 2-8 is 10. 2-8 is 10, and I know it can happen within the tens. As you can see in the backdrop, there's tens all over the place, which is binary code, zeros and ones. It's like moving beyond the matrix, but not leaving the matrix behind. Yeah. All right, sister, people. I'm going to get off here. Maybe I'll come back later on and do another one. The dog is whining because she's about to go back outside. You might want to lay down underneath there. Yeah, go ahead and lay down underneath there because up here ain't going to get you anything, all that whining. But peace, love, and unity across the land, people. If anybody don't know it, the father's the mother. She married God. God can do whatever he wants to do. I'm the son of God. I'm like my father. Don't call me a mama's boy. I'll be back later on, people. I appreciate your sister stopping by. Baba Shah. Peace.